Hi guys, my name is Munaza Ahmad. In today's video, we're going to be talking about breakup and all that comes after that. If you are somebody who's recently had a breakup and is going through a very difficult time, I hear you, I feel you. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking it down for you, and I bring to you a couple of tips that I think worked for me and a bunch of other people that we have worked with. So stick around till the end of the video. You might get some comfort, you might get some tips which will help you kind of speed up that process. When you get into a relationship, that becomes your comfort zone. It becomes so familiar to you. As much time as it takes to get attached to a person, it might not take the same amount of time to get detached yourself from that person, but it does require effort on your part and a conscious effort on your part. But an important part of the healing process is a concept known as self-concept reorganization. I'm going to break it down for you to help you understand what happens. So when you get to know a person and you get used to them, your personalities kind of merge together, and then when there's a breakup, it's like an unmerging of those two personalities. You kind of see eye to eye while you're in the relationship, and then you kind of see in one direction, make plans together, and then the more time you spend with them, the more you get used to them psychologically and also physiologically. It's like smoking a cigarette. You know, the first time when you light up a cigarette, it's not that big a deal. Your body's not used to it, your mind's not used to it. You've not associated that with any emotion. It's not like when you're stressed, you need to have a smoke, right? Similarly, when you meet somebody for the first time, it's alright, it's okay, you might think they're cute and everything, but then the more time and energy you invest in that, the more your mind and your body is going to get used to them. And then when that's taken away from you for whatever reason that may be, it's going to be a struggle. Well, we're a bunch of really exceptionally purpose-driven people. We help people realize their potential, not just realize, but also maximize their potential. If you want to reach out to me and my team, I will be sharing the link down below in the description. Feel free to reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to sit down with you and work it out. But still, in this video, I do want to have a heart-to-heart. We all have been there. I've been there. It's been by far one of the most difficult experiences that I've had. But looking back, I feel like I wouldn't trade it for anything. You know, this reminds me of the song, Selena Gomez song, which goes like, "I need to lose you to love me." So there are certain people you need to lose in order for you to love yourself. And remember, self-love comes first any day. Also, in order for you to love someone else, you need to love yourself first. So prioritize yourself. Having said that, it's important that whenever it's over, you give yourself that grieving period. Don't rush through it. Don't try to get into another relationship. It's called a quick fix. You've not had that healing time, and you are going to bleed into the other relationship. You know, bring all the baggage that you had of the other relationship into the new one. So give yourself that grieving time. Really small things can work. Something like maybe keeping a calendar. Take it one day at a time instead of saying, "Oh my God, this is gonna go forever." Remember, they say time heals, you know? So believe in that philosophy. It does. With time, if you stay in there, don't reach out to that person, try to reconnect, you know, or rekindle the love that you had or whatever, and you stay in there for at least a month or 40 days. Let me assure you this, I swear you are going to be in such a happier place. You will find that happiness back. So hang in there. As hard as it may seem right now, I believe that your future is so much brighter and so much happier than it is right now. It's really dark in there. I promise, I know. Another thing that you should not do with yourself is to kind of snub or maybe suppress your emotions, because they're going to go into your subconscious and you don't know when they're going to come up, right? So recognize that you have gone through an emotional experience where you were emotionally invested, and coming out of it is creating that emotional pain for you. So understanding the concept, whenever you have an emotion coming into your head, acknowledge it. Make friends with that emotion. If it's sad, it's okay. Sometimes it's okay to listen to sad songs. I mean, maybe not dwell too much on it or like wallow in self-pity or whatnot. At the end of the day, suffering is a choice. It depends on you how long you want to take it, you know, how long you want to stay in that state, low level of energy, right? Or like how much time you want to give it, right? If you've been in a relationship for 2 years, it depends on you as to how much more time you want to give it. At times it's not really worth it, not worth the time and the energy, the extra more energy that you're putting into it. Here's another tip. Do reach out to people who you think that you can actually confide in. You know, let the emotions flow, share it with them, discuss it with them. That will work for sure. This is something that a lot of us are very guilty of. It's when you have a breakup what you want to do is you want to go back to that person, maybe have that final call, maybe hear them again, maybe for the last time, or you go onto social media and you stalk them, or you stalk the person that they're seeing, or whatever it may be. You just expose yourself to that person, and that's just going to slow down your healing process. So here's what you should not do at all, which is stalking your ex on social media. Also, you should get rid of everything that reminds you of that person, whether it's the pictures that you're hanging on to, because they are memories and they mean something to you, because you have associated some meaning to them. And remember, whatever you give importance to, and how, depending on the amount of importance you give to something, that's the amount of importance or value it has in your life, or the amount of importance it has over your brain as well. So at the end of the day, the choice is yours. At the end of the day, the power is yours. So take back that power, take back that charge, or show it to your own self that you're worth it, that you're so much capable of enduring all of that, and that you're a resilient person, And that's the best part about life. You get into these relationships, you learn so much about yourself, you learn so much about relationships, about loving, losing, what works for you, what doesn't work for you. You identify so many things about your own self and recognize who you are going to become, So it's all part of learning. So take that in your stride and think of it as a positive experience which has made you a lot more layered as a person, So also thank that person. Keep a journal. If you're not very fond of writing, try it for a change. Write down your emotions whenever something comes up, right? Also, when a thought comes in, which is kind of critical, just try to process it for yourself to understand what is it that you're saying to yourself. Is it even true? So stop and check. If there's something that is definitely life-changing, which not only changes you physically, but also changes you emotionally, it is exercise. So give it a shot. If you don't want to go to a gym, or you don't want to work out at home, just go out there and go for a walk, for half an hour maybe. But it will work. Eventually, with time, it will work. The friends that you never reached out to or got in touch with for a long time because this relationship really consumed you, reach out to them, make plans with them. At this point, you might not have the heart to do it. But as you do it, you'll realize, as they will open up and you will open up to them, you'll realize that there are so many relationships that you can be grateful for. Just because one relationship ended doesn't mean that it's the end of the world. It may seem like it right now. It may seem like it. Let me reiterate. It may seem like it. But that's not the truth. Like I said, it's how you perceive it. It's all about what's going on over here. And you have charge and you have control over it. So get out there and be that person. And I wish you all the very best tonight. And if you need help, like I said, feel free to reach out to us.